Hello, I'm Britcher and I'm going to be submitting Knights NG Plus as a potential run to be shown at AGDQ 2024. So, yeah, Peggle was shown at SGDQ 2023, it was Peggle Deluxe, and it's pretty much its sequel, the game that came after it, Peggle Knights, that has 60 levels, 60 brand new levels, and includes one extra master and has some different features in it that Deluxe doesn't have. So it'll be interesting to show. And I'll also be doing NG+, which means I'll be doing, instead of any percent, where you use the specific masters for each level, so one master for the first 5, another master for the next 5, you get to choose whichever master you want. So these characters here, they all have different powers, so I can pick the most optimal master for all of them, for each specific level. So you get to see these levels done quite quickly compared to normal. So yeah. Let's run. So, the two masters you will see the most of, most likely, is going to be Chula and Cinder. This character here is Chula, and the dragon is Cinder. They have two of the most powerful, the most strong powers in the game. But to start before that, just in case you don't know what Peggle is, it's where you must hit all 25 orange pegs on every level to advance to the next level. And that's pretty much it. You know, pretty straightforward. But along the way, the idea is to try and do it as fast as possible. And to do that, you know, we have to think about how to beat it the best way. You know, the most optimal way, shoot as many orange pegs in each shot, the quickest shots, like don't bounce for too long, and specifically in this run, NG+, we have to think about how to utilize the powers to really give us an advantage in speed. So, the first power that I'm using for quite a lot of these first levels is Chula, and her power is she hits 20% of the oranges on the level like that, of the remaining oranges. But compared to Deluxe, her power is actually even stronger, because when it gets down to a point where 20% would only hit one peg, her power in Knights allows her to hit, like, the minimum she can hit is 2 pegs. So you could save it right until the end when there's 2 pegs left, and then use her power and get great value for hitting like 2 really buried pegs. And also you'll notice I do things like that, where I shoot up to the corner and you know, there I was counting 3 times, where I had to tap 3 times. Those are openers, and they help. They're one of the strategies we can use to make the levels go quicker and make them easier, as they are, as shooting in the same place at the start of every level will always give the same same outcome, as long as the pegs are not moving. So then you can get the same shot that you know hits certain things and also can land in the bucket, if you want it to do that. But you also don't need it to land in the bucket when you're doing NG+, like, you do it more for safety when you do normal runs, but you're trying to go as fast as possible here, so you can actually avoid it if you feel like that will be faster. yeah. So now I'm gonna switch it up, and choose Cinder, who does this fireball power that will blast through the level and hit anything in its path, and doesn't get stopped by anything other than like obstructions on the level itself. Oops. So it's a very powerful, very strong power, but it also takes a good amount of practice. I'm definitely not as good as some of the other runners at Cinder. You know, I'm trying my best. Nice. Hey, George. Okay. Cinder is especially good at levels like this, which has lots of bricks, brick pegs, as they have a bigger hitbox for his fireball. Done. Nice. There's some levels like this that are quite easy, that master doesn't matter too much, really. So it does take a little bit of time to switch between masters, so sometimes I'll just stay as the same master to make it easy. Make it quick. And also, yeah, I would, there'll be multiple Peggle runners going to SGDQ, so, to AGDQ, sorry, and, yeah, I'll have a few of them commentating my run, so I won't be doing as much explaining as I am now, but there are plenty of times where I'll just be gradually making my way through levels that there'll be time for donations and that. Alright. That was rough. But we're fine. We're coming up to two of the surprisingly harder splits, ones that can be a real struggle. The Renfield split, which is this one, and then the Cat split, which will be the next one, which are a split is 5, well, I'm using level splits, but a master split would be 5 levels. And these 5 levels... Oh. This is one of the easier levels, but the other 5 levels are quite difficult. I will definitely benefit for when if I were to run this at GDQ, I would definitely benefit with commentators, since this run does require quite a lot of concentration. Since you want to be playing as optimally as possible, doing all the right shots with the masters. This run definitely, Chula was more of the big pick for this run, but we've learned how strong Cinder can be with his fireballs, especially with a specific shot that you can do on every level. So he has become more of the meta for these runs. I probably should have gone Marina on this level, like my splits say. But you know, I'll figure it out. This is quite a rough level, quite a difficult level. Although I can use my Chula pick to my advantage, since I can try to get every peg except for 2, and then use Chula's power to finish the level, like this. Okay, now I'll actually use Marina. So here's another power that is quite useful. Is Marina, which does the Electro Bolt, which will do a big bolt of electricity that hits everything from the point that it hits it, wherever it hits, to the bucket. It's pretty great. Pretty powerful. But unlike Cinder's power though, which Cinder's power will clear pegs out, like will just go directly through pegs and clear them, Marina's power does leave the pegs there until you finish the shot. So it does mean there's still like a bunch of junk that's in the way, which can be a little tough to deal with. Okay. That was a bit of a slow level though, unfortunately. Nice, that cleared the whole of that with that. I'll go for this. But yeah, these would be Cat Tut's levels. And these levels are quite difficult using the power that you're given normally on these levels. They're a bit better with being able to choose whichever powers, but they can still be rough. I have not started this level particularly strategically, but I can save it. I hope. Yeah, okay, we're fine. That's a tough one. I think I didn't get it. Oh, I did get it, yay. Oops. Now this is one level where I use a master that normally isn't used. I like to use Who on this level because there's these rings here, and clearing them is very helpful for beating this level. But you can mess it up like I did on the left there, and now there's just all those pegs that are just all over the place that are a struggle. And there's currently like one peg that's stuck behind there that I'm now going to have to figure out how to get to. So that's why I like using Who's power, because he can help get them. So he completely cleared the one on the right. And his power is a Zen shot, which, you know, it will clear, it will find the shot that gives you the most points, which in most cases will be as many oranges as possible, since those give more points than the blue. And also getting like big slides like that are very, like in that last level, are very, give a lot of points, so he often will favor those kind of things. But there are, you know, different, you don't have to use him, you don't have to use any of these masters on these levels. You can choose whatever you feel is the best master each level, if you feel you can do these levels better with a certain master. And right now we're currently on one of the hardest levels, and is often a run killer for people who speedrun this. In any, like, Peggle Knights category, which is 4-5, because it has a very tough layout, with some tough thing, you know, these pegs and metal walls at the top that unfortunately get in the way, making it quite hard to deal with the bottom. But we got through, thankfully. I got a lucky thing that happened there, a lucky bounce, and managed to clutch it out. That was a nice shot. Oh no. That's fine, we're all good, don't worry. All great. Alright. Anyway. Yeah, all these sort of areas where it's just me being sort of straightforward levels that don't require too much explanation. Those are great places for donation. That's not the master I want, but this one is. Oh, that's not good. I messed that one up. Oh boy. Now I've got to try and save the level. I didn't save the level. Oops. And that can happen. It's part of speedrunning this game, is you can lose levels and waste a minute to a minute and a half of time because of it. But it doesn't mean that your run is finished. You can still just go really hard on the, you know, next levels and make back time. That was a much nicer clearance there of this level. Unfortunately, it's bouncing a lot here at the end. That's a good starting green. Because the opener here gets this slide. And that green got rid of a bunch of oranges that are not related to the slide. You want, when you do shots, you want to make sure that, like, they are, or use power, like, you just want to make sure that you're not sort of going back, doubling up on places that have already been hit. And also, for that, you don't, for specifically this thing, this level, you don't want the master to ruin your opener. Especially if it's something strong like that, which gets a whole slide. That clears a big chunk of the level. I think I'm gonna do this. It was a bit of a risk, but it might have been worth it. Because the opener here gets this, and I still got it. Nice. It's just because I saw that line of... Oops. I saw that line of orange and I thought, well, I could use a marine to get that. Nice. I definitely use a lot more variety of masters versus what most people are doing now, which is using Cinder everywhere. I will probably try to... you know, if this actually does get picked, I would want to do some practice and learn more. Try to utilize Cinder a bit more. But I'm still doing pretty decent, even without that. Right. This is a level I thought was like best with Marina, but then I found out that from other runners that he could do really well in this middle section, Cinder can. Because I just thought, oh, Marina can do like shoot a long, you know, from the top all the way to the bottom. Like that feels perfect for the way this level is laid out. But Cinder destroys this middle bit since they're all bricks. They have a big hitbox. I don't know what happened in my PB there, why it took 1 minute 39. I wonder if I lost it or something. Your split times in Peggle runs are just all over the place. Because like, obviously losing levels is the biggest chunk of like time loss. Then you know, you could also just have time loss from having to save a level from not losing. And oh wow. This is also about to be this is the level before what would be the halfway point of the run. That's a good shot, I think. Okay, cool. Not a very clean completion of that, but we survived, and that's good. We're doing well against our PB to have one loss and still be 30 seconds. I guess something that I haven't been utilizing enough that I will be trying to practice to utilize even more is a wall fireball shot that Cinder can do, or you can do with Cinder, where you shoot the fireball from the top left or the top right, and bounce on the bucket and hit a lot of things. But it also is kind of dependent on the level layout, since the shot might just miss a bunch of stuff. And left. Nice. Nice. That was nice. There's another solid level to use Cinder on. So it's plenty of bricks, plenty of things to be able to catch in his firewall. Nice shot. After this level and the next level, we will be on to the Cinder split, the 5 levels that belong to Cinder himself. And those levels are mostly designed specifically around his power, so they're quite hard if you're using any other master. But in NG+, we're able to use him. Because there are actually categories where you can, like speedrun categories, where you can play with a single, you put the self-imposed rule of playing with a single master, or even a random master, which is what my other submission will be. And for those masters, for those runs, using those other masters can mean getting 2 Cinders levels can be a real struggle. As you can see, his power is, well, that wasn't a good example of it, but his power is very strong. Just tearing through levels and pegs. Whereas other powers, you know, are not as good for that. Like for this level, for example, this level is built for the Cinder to shoot a big fireball through that massive, you know, clump of bricks. Whereas using any other power would really struggle to deal with that. There's this good shot here that clears a ton of it. When you get a fireball. Right, even this still is going to be a bit of a struggle because there's these 2. We got this unfortunate generation where there's 2 of our last oranges are just hidden underneath all this. We have to dig our way down to the. But we should hopefully be fine with that. I think that was the shot. That's definitely not a shot. Oops. Nice. Would have been a way better time if I didn't waste that one fireball. But it happens. Sometimes you know, there's a lot of strats to do. Sometimes even on the fly you want to test like a new shot, and you kind of have that freedom in NG+, since it's such a powerful, you know, such a strong, fast category. It's like you have these really strong powers that you get to use, but even if you kind of mess up a lot, you still can bring it back with one of these, you know, one of the powers you're using, if you utilize it correctly. Look at that. I'm about to... Oops, wrong master. I am now ahead of my PB by a little bit. Just, it's always so back and forth. Some levels you'll absolutely decimate, and other levels you might really struggle on. Oops. I would have gone for a different shot with those fireballs if there were more oranges in there. But I felt like I was going to go for shots that hit the ones that were there directly. Unfortunately, I didn't get the angle right, which happens. I should probably have done Cinder on this level. Woo! Speed running. Here are Warren's levels. Warren the rabbit. This level is quite a lot, but the other levels in this are actually can be pretty rushed and go quite quickly. I'm probably gonna struggle a bit to do it now while I'm trying to think about commentary and stuff like that, but you can go pretty fast on Warren's levels, even with Warren himself, even though his power isn't the most useful. Well, okay, well, I was safe and then I did that shot by accident. It happens. Right. 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 Cool. Alright, that's great. But yeah. Anyway. Good stuff. That's what happens. You know, it's a lot easier to not commentate constantly while running, but that's fine, you know, because I'll have people to commentate, so I can focus completely on running. And obviously I'll chime in with things that are worth noting. But that's a shame. That was a silly way to lose that level. I absolutely could have beaten that. Nice. I'm definitely like, I think me and like the people that I will be commentating with me we'll discuss a lot more of the strategies as we go as well. Like there, I just did a down shot, which is where you put the cursor in a specific spot that is the middle of the character portrait up there, and it will aim directly down. And so you get a shot like I did. And you know, I've been doing a few pixel shots around where you aim at like a specific pixel. And there are tap shots like the one I just did there, which was R3 plus 10, where it's you tap 3 times by going directly all the way to the right, and then tapping 3 times to the left, and then having a bucket timing, which was the 10. You know, there's all these strats, and I'm sort of not explaining everything, since we do have a, you know, our random master only submission where to explain stuff, and you know, we've also run it at SGDQ, had Peggle at SGDQ, and at Flame Hotels, so you know, so I haven't explained too many like the complete basics of stuff. It could be, well, you know, even enough that you can understand what is happening. I'm sure we'll do solid to explain it all. These levels here are quite hard, especially this one and the level that's in 2 levels after this. You know, the one after the next one. They are quite tough levels, even when you can choose what master you want to use. They have a lot of moving pegs, which can be a struggle to deal with. I was really hoping there would be enough value there, enough pegs to hit, that I would be able to get a free ball back, like I'm potentially about to get now. There we go. When you hit enough pegs that give enough points, you can get a free ball, and you can get a maximum of 3 back with the amount of points. With 25,000, 50,000, and 75,000. And because I have this one up, this meter up, the multiplier, the fever meter, it means that everything gives more points. That means even more chance to get a free ball back with the multiplier. This goes up every time you hit an orange, and at certain intervals it gives more multiplier. It might be that. I don't know exactly. I think it's roughly what I said. Oof. We're fine. Alright. So yeah, this is one of the most difficult levels. Even the top runners struggle with this level. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of moving. It's a lot to deal with. Cinder's power is nice here though, because it will tear through all this madness of moving. That was incredibly lucky, and planned. But no, it wasn't planned. That was very fortunate. I'm fine. Alright, anyway. Yeah, well, I got pretty saved by those very lucky bounces I got there. And I just had to clutch up by hitting that quite tough peg there. But now we're onto Marina's levels, and I'm using Marina for this level, because she is the optimal choice for this specific level, since there's all these moving pegs, and they're positioned in a way that they're just vertical like this, where Marina's power that hits things like that is the best way to deal with them. Any other masters, doing this with any other master can be quite a struggle. I really would like to get the green before I lose. I need the purple to be on that side. It's currently on that side, which is very unhelpful. So I'm gonna try and get a free ball back. I did not get that. That's cool. So now what I'm gonna try and do is free ball this orange into the ball bucket, and now be fine. Cool. But as you could see, I almost got close to getting like a second free ball back from the points, because the multiplier was at max at ×10. So I had a good chance of getting one back. I just needed to hit one more peg, and unfortunately it didn't. But, you know, that happens. Yeah. Thankfully there was one static peg there in the middle that I was able to free ball off of, which means shooting, you know, the peg directly into the bucket and getting back a ball. Oh. Yes, sir. Oof. Yeah. This level, what you want to do is you want to shoot into these things. There's shots that you can do that can get stuck in there like this. And, yeah. Would be optimal is to get down the bottom and go all the way up to the top so it just clears everything. But if you mess up the bottom, you can just shoot into the top like that, or you can just fall down into there like that, which is cool too. And you can also just fall into it like this, which is also cool. Peggle is so wacky. What a silly game. I love people. Alright. And then we'd be doing this. True, Peggle is serious business. Whoa. That's not meant to happen, that just happened because... Sure. I'm gonna go there. Yeehaw. We're getting real close now, where there's this level and one more level, and then we're on to the master levels. The hardest levels in the game. And you can actually, you know, in any percent, you would be able to choose whichever master you want for those levels. So, it pretty much is the same as any percent, since you are choosing the masters. But even then, they can still be quite tough, and kill your runs. Ah! I didn't realize I had that. That's silly. What's what? Oh no. We should be fine though, because I'm going to do that. Look at me go. This one here is quite rough to reach. I can get these two like this, but then this one here, I'd like to think that hits it, which it does. Alright. Here, this level here specifically, one of the most tough levels. I personally really struggle with this level. Although I do a lot of the runs that you don't get to choose your master, so this level is very tough when you can't. Syndra does very well in this level, so it's a lot easier being able to choose him and throw a fireball in the middle there and beat the level. Like so. Yay. Nice. I'm getting good at eyeballing that shot now, instead of like going really close to the screen to see it. I've got some really good generation on this level. Usually you'll get like oranges really buried deep at the back here, and they're quite hard to shoot from the angle. That was very lucky. That was like the orange I was most worried about. But nice. We got pretty fortunate on this level. Pretty cool. this level can be quite tough if, like, you get some really rough generation with oranges really buried at the bottom. But we did good. This level is very good for Marina with her power, but, you know, it will shoot all the way down from where it hits with all these columns here. Ooh, I did get a gold there. Good stuff. I'm debating whether to hit a green now or wait a bit until I've, like, got the multiplier up by hitting more oranges. I think I'm gonna try and get it up a little longer. That's unfortunate. Okay, I'm gonna do this now. That's great. The purple was exactly where I wanted to shoot, so that I really lucked out there. I'm gonna go for this, and then I should just need to get this. Nice. I would like to practice better strats in this level. These are the old strats that work fine enough. And I struggled this level quite a bit. As you can see in my PB, I lost this level. That 2 minutes definitely tells me I struggled with this level. Yay. Some good stuff is happening here though. 9 left with 6 balls. We can do that. Oof. Yay. Pretty cool. We're going to win, hopefully. Uh-oh. There you go. I'm gonna go Chulo on this one, because I'm crazy. But yeah. As you can see, that level was quite tough, but we managed to clutch it out and beat it. Maybe I should have waited until I had the multiplier up for that. True, I might get sub-hour. Unless I fail this level, because this level is quite tough. You know, all the pegs are stuck behind those pillars. So, makes doing things here quite tough. Unless you have strats. Which I had some. That's unfortunate. That's also unfortunate. Ouch. Alright, this is kind of a bad situation. I'm hoping that that happens, so then I can do this. I would like... Alright, that's pretty cool. Okay, so I just lost my chance to PB because of the coin. So, I guess it's better late than never to explain the coin mechanic. So, if you don't hit any pegs and you land in the abyss, which is around the bucket, you know, you must deal with the coin, the dreaded coin. The coin will flip, and you will, you know, you'll either get a ball back, or it'll decide, no, you cannot have one. And I did not get one. And that made me lose the level, which is very unfortunate timing and very unlucky. But it happens, so yeah. That can be quite frustrating, especially when you're on the very last level and then that happens, and you're on the last shot that you unfortunately messed up. nice to get a second chance at those things. Because, you know, if that hadn't happened, I would have been able to, like, readjust my shot and seeing where it had landed, but, you know, unfortunate. But hey, sub 101, I guess. Could have been sub hour, but it happened. Anyway, that's Knights NG Plus, I guess. Shout out to Peggle. No, but yeah, this is a great category. It's very fast. Is this Knights is 60 levels, like it's more levels than Peggle Deluxe, so this game is longer, it has bigger levels, there's more going on, so it is cool to see it done in an hour-ish time. It's very, yeah, and then that's got like multiple losses as well, like, you know, it's pretty cool. But yeah, thank you for watching, bye bye.